foremost, like the grace of the Lord again too. It's all about Hashem, Shad, Hashem, Dash, and Heavenly Father, two names. And so we got seen by Hashem, and Hashem, all those two names in Asian Hashem, and I said, well, I can come to the elders, apostles, where I can, I said, Shalom. And this is a outside let's start once to bring out once again, about the regarding the Mark of the Beast, M.O.T.B news updates as always on this on this April the 20th, 2026 on this Monday afternoon. Because you had a news article, I believe it was earlier today. I mentioned that a couple times already. And you got these Arab nations that's allies with the United States. Because like Saudi Arabia, a couple of years back, they had ditched the oil agreement with the United States, and I believe they ditched the petrodollar as well 2 years back. Now you start to see these other Arab countries that's supposed to be allies with the United States, and they start to ditch potentially they might ditch the petrodollar. So that shows that the dominance of the American dollar, the petrodollar, it starts to wind down. It starts to be the thing to pass, even though it's still high value right now. But as we start to see these other countries leaning towards this cashless society, now of course the United States, they leaning towards the directions for it too. As much as they try to hold on to the petrodollar or the greenback dollar of the United States, so that's gonna be cashless as well too. Because the paper dollar, as we know it, is gonna be more cashless. Because we're living in a cashless society as it is already. Because the majority of the people in the world, of course, they still experience. They started using their cards. They started swiping their cards or scanning with their phone, or even scanning with their right hand or their foreheads. There's a lot of to them. We saw that. So that shows that we're entering more and more of those times of the paper dollar as we know it, the physical dollar and the physical coin. That's going to be the thing of the past. As we start to see more and more of this digital art, as we start to see more and more of this digital money. This digital device that they want to implant inside your body, this digital RFID chip, so this Neuralink, this nanotechnology. And as we enter more and more of these signs that they showing us, especially with this Neuralink, they made that announcement over there in the UK. I spoke about that a couple of days ago already. So we start to see more signs of that. We start to see more and more of these modern day smart cities, these 15-minute cities, and especially with this AI advance, this digital technology advance that we're about to enter into more and more. That's going to be a signal that we're entering more and more of this cashless society. Because all these 130 plus countries leaning towards more and more of a cashless society. Now you got the United Arab Emirates, and these Arab countries that's supposed to be allies with the United States. They potentially might ditch the American dollar. They're going to do a partnership with China to do the digital dollar. So that shows that everything's digital nowadays and leaning towards the directions. As we start to see the future of money, as everything starts to be digital, everything starts to be cashless. So once the implementing of this digital RFID chip will be approved and be shown for the whole planet Earth. And so your financial information, your medical information, your personal information is going to be all into one of this digital device that they want to implement into the body. So this is a major prophecy that's before. So this is going to be a major event that we see in the world. So we start to see that increase on a daily basis throughout the whole planet Earth. And this is Revelations, because we're living in the book of Revelations. Everything's been revealed in the book of Revelation. So it makes perfect sense. And this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond. Because you got some of those countries like Nigeria, Jamaica, and all those other countries that I believe they already got this central digital currency. And that's the other nations they're going to follow that big sport too. Now you do got the United States had banned the central digital currency. That's why they pushed forth that central digital currency surveillance ban. I believe it's going to be all the way into 2031. They trying to make it permanent, but that's why they signed that Genius Act. It was like last July, last May, I believe they referenced that. So they choose the digital stable coin, this digital Bitcoin stable coin cryptocurrency. That's basically like an alternative to digital currency or digital cash now. So as much as they trying to hold on to the currency of the paper dollar, but their paper dollar is going to be the thing of the past. And that greenback dollar, petrol dollar, is going to be the thing of the past because everything's been digital nowadays with this digital cash and digital money now. And that's going to lead to the pushing of the Mark of the Beast of this digital RFID chip, this Neuralink, this nanotechnology. That's going to be optional for you to buy and said, a part of society. That's what society that we're about to enter into. But this is going to be the modern day of we're. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. It says, and the cause of all those small and great which are poor free of bond, to receive a corona in their right hand or in their forehead, and not to receive a corona in their right hand or in their foreheads. Revelation chapter 13 and 17. It says that no man might buy or sell, right? No man might buy or sell unless he had the mark of the beast. That no man might buy or sell, say that he had the corona. That's we look that up in the Blue Letter Bible. It's corona. That's what mark stands for, that corona. Or the name of the beast, that's called the beast system, or the name of the Lord, or the number of his name. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, it says, here is wisdom, that him hath understanding, count the number of the BAST, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX. SIX, the number you score SIX, it's the beast system, which is ruled by a man. Revelation chapter 14, verse 8, it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she had made all the nations drink the wine of her fornication. Why I stick to this day. This is M.O.T.B spiritual tower of Babel, and this is the virgin daughter of Babylon. And they're going to push forth the son of perdition, the man of wicked. This beast system going to push forth this having all the nations blended towards that visual offer each of this mark of the beast. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, then whosoever receiveth the corona in his forehead on his hand. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured by mixture, and his cup of his indignation, and he shall be torn with fire brimstone and press over and press in. And so you're going to get that fire torn, press over his pressing in, which is the holy angels, and Yahweh is the Lamb. So you're going to get that wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out mixture, his cup of his indignation, and he shall be torn with fire brimstone and press over and press in. If you got this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 11. It says, in the spirit of the torment city of heaven, they have the rest of the day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receive the prophet's name. Right, so you're not going to receive the rest of the day or night, who worship his image, and that mark of the beast. It says, may Hamash, it says, may Hamash shall be with you. I appreciate that. And if you're an Israelite, I say shalom to you. Peace and blessing be unto you. If you're an Israelite, I say shalom. And this is the book of Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, so this is going to try all that dwell upon the earth as we enter in this current beast system. Because he only have a short time to rule. That's why it says in the book of Revelation 12, verse 12, he's going to come down and back because he only have a short time to rule, especially under this current beast system. It's a paper dollar, as we know, is going to be the thing in the past. And they're going to push forth this mark of the beast of this digital RFID chip, this neural link, this nanotechnology, this brain chip that they want to implant inside of your body, even if you're right hand in your forehead for you to buy and sell. So this is definitely a prophecy that's about to come to pass and fulfill. So other than that, this was just a outside lesson that I wanted to bring out of the M.O.T.B news updates. As always, regarding the mark of the beast, as we enter this more and more casting society, and they're going to fully implement this mark of the beast, which is going to implement the whole country. Now, of course, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to be well against it, and then you're going to have others going to collide into it. And that's when the Revelation 10 comes to talk about observation, even down with the Father, and how it's going to be so with that, as I mentioned again, this was just a outside lesson. As of April 28, 2026, so with that, and Heavenly Father, which name is Yahweh, and is on the vaccine by Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are the two names in ancient Hebrew, all the Pastor of the tongue. And I say, Rockathon to the elders and apostles for Akim, until next time, I'm saying, and the Shalom.